Hello everyone, my name is Crafter and welcome back to another video. Now, as you're all aware, I haven't really been able to do much content regarding Rec Room lately, and I apologize for that. But, I decided why not do something Rec Room related by doing an AMA and discussing Rec Room related content. It's not really Rec Room content per se, but at least it gives you guys something Rec Room related on my channel for once, I guess. So for a bit of context, I decided to put a community post up here on YouTube, and I basically said, hey, send me as many questions Rec Room related as you want, and I'll answer them in a video. And, well, here we are now. I have around 30 or so questions I'm going to be answering in this video, and all of them are going to be answered in the most honest way that I can. Before this video begins though, I just want to quickly say that if you do end up enjoying this video, you can subscribe if you want. You don't have to. I'm just kind of saying this because YouTube wants me to do things like that, I guess. I have no choice in this matter. Please. But anyway, I'm halting for time. We have a lot of questions to go through and a lot of answers to give, so let's just get right into it, shall we? So the first question here comes from the real Jollyunan. I think that's how you say it. I'm sorry if I said it wrong. And they've asked 4 questions, so let's just go over all of them real quick. How did I find Rec Room? That's a good question. Back in maybe October 2017, I remember seeing trailers for the PSVR launch date for Rec Room, and that's how I gained my interest in the game. I remember watching that trailer daily, constantly, because I was so excited. I mean, you have to consider the fact that back then, there was only a few multiplayer games in PlayStation VR's library, and not only that, but Rec Room was the only kind of MMO game that was available on PlayStation at the time, and I'm pretty sure it still is for the most part. There's not really anything that comes close to Rec Room on PlayStation VR, so if you're looking for something like that, then, seeing that come out in 2017 was a really exciting time for me. Did I like it when I first started? Considering my total addiction towards the game before I'd even got the opportunity to play it, I hadn't even seen any footage of it other than the trailer for PSVR. Of course, I loved playing it. I remember staying up on midnight to wait for the game to release on PlayStation, and I played so much that I didn't sleep, and then I had to go to school the next day and I passed out during school. So yeah, that happened. And what's the best thing about Rec Room? Well, I'm not really sure. I don't really think there's anything that I enjoy a lot in Rec Room. I just love being around people and, trying to make others happy as kind of a community role model, I think. I don't know what people see me as, but all I know is that I make people happy, and if I can continue to do that, then that's all that matters to me. And have I ever quit Rec Room and come back to it? There have been times where I've taken hiatuses for my own, health reasons and just trying to keep myself from not going batshit insane, and there are times recently where I've considered that as well, because we'll come back to that in a later comment. But yeah, that's really it. Oh, and one more thing, man. Don't be sorry about how many questions you're asking. That's the whole point of an AMA, silly. But right, next questions. So the second question on this list is from a good friend of mine, Soku, and they ask what my opinion is on the amount of players that break the junior account rule. And if I'm going to be completely honest, I am not very happy that people do that. I mean, Rec Room has these things set in place for a reason, obviously. We all know why. It's because, obviously, in America and other places all around the world, they have to oblige to what is basically called the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or, as it's more commonly known, COPPA. We've had run-ins with this kind of stuff on YouTube before, which is why we have the whole not for kids and for kids thingy now. It's that kind of thing. Every game has to kind of oblige to that if it's kind of online and can be played by kids. So considering that children constantly break that rule, it kind of gets on my nerves a little. Because I'm not annoyed that kids are playing the game, not at all. It's more that I'm concerned for their safety more than anything. I just want kids who play this game to be safe, and that's why junior accounts exist, primarily for their safety. Because as far as I'm aware, there's a lot of really fucked up people in Rec Room. As much as we want to deny that, it's true. And for the safety of children, we need people to enforce that rule. If you do see someone who's underage on an adult account, please do report them to Rec Room, as obviously they need to ensure that, they're safe. That's the whole purpose of that whole thing. I mean, I've literally seen 5-year-olds walking around in this game, How the fuck did you get the headset on? What? But right, I'm gonna move on to the next question now. So the third question comes in from Adorable Axolol, and they ask me what my favorite paintball map is, if any. And, personally, River. That's gonna be something that people won't like. More or less, I prefer River because it's just simple. You've got two different weapon styles, and it's just a basic area to fight in. And compared to the other maps where there's a lot going on, I just kind of like River because it's simple. It's like more of the iconic paintball map than anything. And the second question is, what do I think the worst and dumbest Rec Room trend was? For example, the songs Flamingo and Ram Ranch were really popular in Rec Room sometime around 2018. First off, you're correct. I remember the Flamingo trend being a thing. It was just generally a popular song back then. Right now, I think the worst fucking trend in this game is the whole Justin thing. That trend makes me want to fucking jump into a train. It's cringeworthy. I don't cringe at many things that this community does. That's one of them. Honestly, I fucking hate that trend with a passion. But right, let's move on. Right, the fourth question comes in from another good friend of mine, Protech Productions, and he asks me, if I had to spend 24 hours with someone in any room in VR, who would it be and why? Well, this one's kind of easy for me to say. It's kind of embarrassing to say, but it'd be someone that I hold really dear to my heart. Their name is Howie. I love them a lot. I truly love them a lot, and if I could actually just spend 24 hours with them in general, like non-stop, that would be a fucking blessing. But right, next question, just thought I'd get that one over and done with before I get myself all embarrassed and flustered. Right, so the fifth question comes in from Mr. Nimblebear, and he asks, have I ever bought tokens or Rec Room Plus? Unfortunately, yes. Too much for my own good. I mean, most of the money, if not all of it, goes towards supporting the development team, and if I can support them in any way I can, that's all that matters. I will gladly give them my money, but not all of it. I don't want to go bankrupt. Right, next question. Sixth question comes from Megaton, and he asks, if I was stuck in a VR game for the rest of my life, would it be Rec Room? No. Next question. Okay, so the seventh question comes from Margalaw on Rec Room, and they ask me if I like building, playing, or socializing. Preferably playing or socializing, because I like to just have fun with people, and I kind of like to talk to people if I'm in that mood. Building, on the other hand, makes me want to bludgeon my head in with a tire iron. I can't understand the Maker Pen tools for shit. It's honestly really tedious, and, you know, I try to learn it, but it confuses me more than anything, so it's just like, okay. Yeah, that's really that. Next question. So this next question, I forgot what number it is, I've lost track, is by ChrisBVR. And they ask me if I'll give them a hug next time I'm in the rec center. Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, next question. Okay, so question 9, yes, I just remembered, I'm not going back to fix my mistake, is by Skells, and they asked me, have I ever had an aneurysm from laughing too hard? Not that I'm aware of, but I am aware that I have passed out a few times from laughing so hard and wheezing so hard. It's painful, but it happens. I don't know why I suddenly have, like, intense laughing fits, but when I do, I sometimes pass out nowadays. I don't know why. It's scary. But, right, I'm just gonna move on to the next question. Right, so now we're on the 10th question, meaning we're somewhere around a third of the way there. And this question comes in from It's Happy Fair, and they ask me, is Paddleball the superior Rec Room original? Abso-fucking-lutely. So the 11th question comes in from Jorm, and they ask me, how the fuck did I become a Rec Center mod? I don't know if you mean, like, my story behind how I did, or if that's just a joke referring to the video I made a while back. I'm just gonna go over the story because a lot of people don't actually know how I did this. So basically what happened was, back in 2019, there was an update to Rec Room, and one of the things they added was Rec Center mods. And when I saw that, I was like, whoa, that's interesting. I want to be a part of that. I want to help out the team. And so when I had the update pop up, I reached out to Mama Monkey, and I was like, hey Mama Monkey, I saw this update just rolled out for Rec Center mods. Is there any way that I can apply? And if so, how do I? And she only said 3 words to me, if I recall, and it was just, check your emails. And it turns out, like a week before the update rolled out or something, they had offered me a place to come work as one of the first group of Rec Center mods. And that's my story. And that's how I'm a rec center mod. Whether that's a good thing or not is up for debate, but, you know, it means I get to help out the team, and that is awesome. But right, next question. Question 12 comes in from Call Me Xeon, and he asks me, what do I want Rec Room to add in the future? And if so, why? Excuse me for 1 second. So, there's several things I would like them to add. One of them is more of a personal thing, and the other one's just kind of like... That's a lie, I only have the personal thing. The one thing I really want them to add is... So you guys know the trucker jacket I wear in Rec Room, the blue one? I want like a more faded blue version of that. Like a more realistic kind of bluish color with my logo on the back. That's literally it. That's all I want is a reskin. Obviously I know it's never gonna happen, and it's never possible because of the way that they operate behind the scenes with, you know, promotional stuff and whatnot. I'll never be cool enough to do such a thing. But a man can dream, and dream I will. Right, so question 13 comes in from one of the Rec Room community support members, and that member is SizHD. He's asking me who my favorite support member is, and I can say this one very quickly and easily because it's true. I have two favorite Rec Room community support members, those two being Emily Waffles Yay and Star Centurion. I have been lucky enough to actually get to know them more as friends than just support members, and so being able to talk to them just like any other person is honestly really nice. Star and Emily are like the two most kind-hearted people I have ever met, and I honestly wish them the best in life, and considering that they're now married as well, like, geez, you guys are amazing. I love you both. Keep on doing what you're doing. I don't know what else to say. Question 14 comes in from Commodius, or Commodius? I don't know. They're basically asking me if I'm going to be participating in the next building contest, and my answer to that is, depends. First off, it depends on what the contest's genre is, and then it depends on if I can have a team who wants me in it. As I mentioned earlier, I can't build for shit, so I offer my music talents to anyone who needs it, but I'm also not very good at that either. I'm not very good at a lot of things, but I like doing music, and if I can take an already existing song and compose it in some different style for you, then I'll do it. Preferably, if it's something orchestrated, I will do it, but anything else I really won't like doing it. I mean, if it means that we have a chance of getting a sound design award, then I'll be right for it. But yeah, simply put, I won't be participating in contests unless people need me for music and I get to be a part of their team, but that's really it. So, next question. Alright, question 15 comes in from Righteous, and they've asked me, paintball or laser tag? Why'd I say it like laser tag? It's laser tag, what the fuck? Anyway, paintball or laser tag? Preferably paintball. I find laser tag to be a bit of a pain in the ass. People are try hard as shit on there. I mean, paintball is the same sometimes, but it's just a one-hit KO, and I kind of like that, because it's paintball. So yeah, that's really it. I'm not gonna fight on that question. Question 16 comes in from Ashman Amazing, and they ask, what Rec Room quest do I like the most? Depends on my mood, to be honest. It's either Crimson Cauldron or Jumbotron, depending on the mood that I'm in. I prefer Crimson Cauldron over anything though, because it's just Golden Trophy, but better. So yeah, again, I'm not fighting over this. Okay, question 17 comes in from Slated Wolf 20 VR, and they've asked me what inspired me to do Rec Room. As I said earlier, I saw the trailers, thought the game was cool, started playing it, and then I just kind of started streaming it because I was addicted to the game, and then I guess I just started making Rec Room content from there, so it happened. There's not really any way I can put it. I just kind of enjoyed the game and made content on what I loved, so that's that. Question 18 comes in from Bozzy, and they ask, if I could make the new quest, what would I make? I'm gonna be honest, I would like to see something like how Golden Trophy is the prequel to Crimson Cauldron, meaning that Crimson Cauldron's like harder than Golden Trophy. I want to see something like that, but with Jumbotron. Maybe kind of taking the whole Cyberjunk City style and, you know, making the game a lot harder than it needs to be. I think that would be a lot of fun. But other than that, I don't really think I have any other ideas. I just want another thing to Jumbotron, except harder than it already is, because why the fuck not? Question 19 comes in from a good friend of mine, Aryun, and he's asking what my current roadmap is for the channel. I have no idea, to be honest. Usually how my content works is I think of something, I either don't make it, or I get it done in like a few hours and I'm like, here's the content. Have fun. I don't have a schedule, kinda. Well, I have my own like kind of small schedule, but I don't really keep to it at all. But basically, I just do what I want whenever I want. That's kind of what makes YouTube fun for me. But, right, next question. Right, question 20, and I just want to quickly make it clear, I actually deleted a bunch of comments in post. I kinda didn't want to talk about some of them. I don't know why I chose them in the first place, but that's besides the point, so we're coming near the end of the video now. Question 20 comes from It's Happy Fair again, and they ask me, what keeps me playing Rec Room? The people. That's simply it. I just like being around all these people and making them happy. It's kinda just like my little job to make people happy, and if I can do that, then it's a job well done. That's really it, to be honest. I don't see any fun in playing Rec Room anymore. All they ever really do nowadays is just update the shitty fucking creation tools. I would love to see more Rec Room original stuff for once. It's been 2 years. Please just give us something proper. I just miss having, you know, good updates like we used to. Nowadays it's just either some stuff for the Maker Pen or bug fixes for things that should have been fixed 2 years ago, or an update that breaks and they have to roll it back, and then we have server maintenance. So that's fun. Right, question 21 comes in from Oaktree, and they've asked me what my favorite and least favorite things about Rec Room is. I'd say my favorite things in Rec Room has to be the activities. I just love playing the Rec Room originals because they're a lot of fun, and I just get to have fun playing what the team put together. My least favorite thing, however, is the community. I'm gonna be completely honest, I despise parts of this community. Some parts of it either really piss me off or actually make me fucking sick. I don't like how this community is, and I don't like where it's going. It honestly is so bad. I don't like it at all. I'm not gonna say anything regarding individuals inside of this game, but some of the things that people have said and done are fucking abhorrent, and I honestly am not very happy with any of it. However, I have to put up with it because that's just what I gotta do. I have no choice in this matter. And right, let's move on to the final question. Final question on this list comes in from someone named Naked Snake, and they say, Psycho Mantis. But he actually asked, what is my favorite hat in Rec Room? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think it's kinda obvious. Obviously, it's the Silver Crown. I am very happy that I managed to win that one from a contest a long time ago. And if I'm gonna be honest, if I didn't win that crown from a contest, I would most likely not be wearing hats in Rec Room at all. Which is interesting to think about. If I didn't win that contest, like, you know, things would have been completely different. I don't even know what my logo would be like nowadays. Like, what would I have even done? The crown's like the main part of my logo. But right, anyway, that's it. This took a lot longer than I expected, and I'm happy that you decided to stick through for the entire video. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, then feel free to leave a like, comment, and consider subscribing, as it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you guys are enjoying this kind of stuff. Also, if you guys would like to, I have put my social media links under the description, so if you guys want to go check me out on other platforms, then go right for it. And one last thing I want to say before this video ends is I want to thank you all so much for being just an absolutely supportive community. I'm honestly very honored to have such an amazing community of individuals who like to watch my content, and I'm trying my best to provide the content that you guys want. I'm not good at it, but I'm trying, simply put. But right, thank you all so much for watching again. Thank you all for watching. It's been Crafter, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye bye.
Question mark?